Alright, so this is video reflection for... I haven't filmed one since Tuesday. Right now it's Thursday. So it's been 3, 4, 5, 6... Wait, 3, 4, 4... No, 1, 2... Fuck, I can't even count now. Well, that's depressing. Whatever. So it's the last day of summer break. Let's reflect on it, shall we? How did we do? Actually, I'm pretty satisfied with the progress I got. I almost finished AP Calculus, quite a bit of AP Physics C, prepped SAT a bit, read Moby Dick, got into the habit of reading and organizing words, and I guess I'm pretty strong sailing for my gap year. A bit of a thing that I'm worried about is seeing my friends again, and you know, there's this thing in Korean, if you see it, you want it. And I think that I like my friends, right? Maybe that is the problem. Maybe I don't want a gap year after I see them. And I know my parents will be fine with that. Right now, I know for all its pain and misery, a gap year is still quite necessary for me. Especially after writing my cover letter for Wayne today. I think it's even more so than ever, because, well, my extracurricular activities are pretty well stroked. I know I can add more there, and especially not my extracurricular activities, those aren't exactly the problem. The real problem comes from the EC and honors part, which is, let's just say, a bit more it needs more work, right? Right now we have some, I'd say some decent candidates, but nowhere near the level I want it to be at, right? Yeah. So the question is, would I like to settle, with what I did? I could, because I'm capable of that, and I'm not lying. I am capable of that, and I would love to just settle for it, right? But why settle when you can do more is, I think, that's the argument I want to make. Is why settle when you know yourself that you can do more? You know that you can push beyond, right? I have my work cut out for me now. I know what I want to focus on. I have my EC and EC pretty well set. I know what I want to use it for and in what direction I want to pave. Okay? So as I said, I have my work cut out for me. I just need to do the work. I just need to put in the time and effort. There's no point in telling myself you could have done this earlier. You couldn't have done this earlier. Okay? That's not something you can do at the start of first grade. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do this, and this. That's not how it works, right? And I think part of my story and part of what makes me myself is that bit of wandering and sojourning. Yeah. I'm still conflicted between what I want to do, and because, you see, here's the thing. I want to lead a happy life. My favorite sentence in the world is, and they lived happily ever after. The second best sentence is the end. Those are the two sentences I love the most. And I want that for myself, obviously. And for the person that I have in mind right now, I don't know, I may be over speculating, but I think there needs to be not only effort here, but also a bit of luck and an interstellar amount. Is that even a word? I don't know. A stellar amount of effort on my end. And the least I can do is go to a good college, right? At least get a good education and then think about it. Do I think the level of education deviates a lot? Not really. I think most of what you get from a class depends on you. It's not so much about the teacher, right? The teacher's job is to look and sound as credible as possible and to make you engage in their class so that you personally, not as a pupil, but as a self-taught student, can take enlightenment and information away from a class. So I think, especially with the internet around these days, you don't really need you don't need to go to the highest level school in order to get the highest level education. But, well, you can't really graduate from YouTube now, can you? Not exactly. So, yeah, a good college degree can't hurt. And then I can decide what I want to do after that. Hopefully, I can make some money. You know, the funny thing is they say that if you chase money, money is never going to follow you. And I actually agree with that because it tends to be true. Now, I would love to put the emphasis on tens, but it just is mostly true, so whatever. I'm just rambling, but this does make me feel better, honestly, so I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. So hopefully when I graduate from college or university, so that's the thing. If you don't have a goal that requires money, if you just need to support yourself, if I just need to support myself and my dreams just connected to myself, fuck money. I don't need that, right? I just need enough for my own rent, my own food. I'm gonna live off of bagel bites anyway, and my own gym membership. That's all the money I need, and that's quite frankly not that much. So that can honestly be covered by scholarships if I'm lucky enough. So that's not a problem. The problem is when your life is introduced to someone else, right? And when you start to draw futures, right? That's not singular, but with someone else, right? If you're alone, then I mean you're fine, you're good. Don't really have to worry about any of that. But yeah, I guess that can either be a stimulus to make you push harder and to achieve your goals because you're responsible, or at least, I mean, you feel responsible. Or it could act as the ultimate poison and get you sidetracked and lose concentration and focus in times of importance. So I think that's two ways to look at it. But once you let's just say you can't unscrew someone. I mean, you can't unscrew your life. That's I think the best way to put it. And you learn that eventually one experience is enough. You're gonna learn eventually. You're gonna have a second person in your life, right? And yeah, like it or not, yourself is going to be conscious of that. Try to prepare yourself of it. Is that a bad thing? No, I don't think so. So, but then you also have to worry about money. And then they also say, when you think about money, money doesn't come along. But fuck that, right? Like I give a shit. Money's gonna come along if I fucking say so. Am I angry? No, I'm just tired. Not physically a bit, but mentally tired and a bit distressed. And I'm annoyed that if I... No, there's another perspective here. There's another double perspective that I want to share. It's this thing. If I take a gap year, go to a good college, my chances of getting a good job and thus money increases, right? On the other hand, if I graduate maybe if I'm lucky, an Ivy League college after I graduate and I go to an Ivy League college, I would still get a pretty good job. And I would also be a year younger. And fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I would be a year younger. And I wouldn't have to suffer this right now. I could also graduate with my friends. Hooray, right? At first, one of the reasons I wanted a gap year was to be special. I wanted to be the student who went to HIPS, Harvard, MIT, all that good stuff. I wanted to be the guy who was able to go there, unlike these other people. But the more I think of it, the more I feel it's just fucking meaningless, right? It doesn't really boil down to that. I don't need to go there, right, to prove anything. Not to myself. Maybe to someone else that means something, sure. But to me, does that good school mean something to me? No. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. Right? And I actually stand by that. So this gap year is more of the reason for this gap year. It's more geared towards self-improvement, not in terms of college enrollment, but more in terms of finding what I like and fixing some flaws or faults that I have, or that I think I have at least. The major thing that I would like to fix is my lack of completion. It's just my leg. Say hi. And I am dressed in shorts, so don't worry. But what does my lack of completion mean? It means I'm not good at tying the knots, right? I can thread the shoe, but I just can't tie the shoelace. That's a good analogy for it. Anyway, and I want to, be able to do that. Be able to put an end to something that I start, right? Not just leave something open. I talked about this in my Fred competition, right? Doing too many things, overwhelming yourself. I think that's what I've been doing. And overwhelming yourself, let's just say it doesn't really overwhelming yourself, it doesn't feel satisfying. You don't feel accomplished, and you're left with mostly fucking nothing. So it's not fun. It's not enjoyable, exactly. But anyway, on that happy note, we are moving on. And I want to fix that. The second thing I want to fix is my lack in academics. I should and I could know a lot more about a lot of things, right? Am I still in the learning phase? Sure. But would it be way faster if I was out of school? Yes. I could finish AP Chem in a month. And I am not shitting you. I can finish AP Chemistry in a month out of school. Teaching myself. Okay? That's the thing. While in school, I would need 2 whole semesters to get that job done. Anyway, yeah. That's it. That is it. I'm tired, and I'm gonna go to bed now. Tomorrow I have a lacrosse representative team tryout. Wish me the best. Goodbye. Have a nice day. I'm sorry I'm rambling. Just very confounding situation for me personally. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day.